Hello, welcome everyone to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City from Life Coach Philippines. And this is coaching for inspired fidelity. And these coaching conversations are for people who wants to walk an inspired fidelity. And my mission is to be able to empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilled life. Thank you for joining me live today, and please share your digital footprints by letting us know where you are presently located as of this afternoon. Please do tag your friends and circulate this video to help us reach more people in the digital space. Share this to people that you feel that are in need of help and support. You may also give a shout out. Give them a shout out. Give them some greetings. Just say hi to them. Say hi. Say hello, or ask them how are they, how are things are. Give them some inspiring message, just boost them up, especially it's on a Thursday afternoon. It's a latter part of the week, and at times it can be challenging at work, at the work that we do, at the job that we have. But you know be always hopeful. I always say that, be always hopeful that things will be better as you progress. If you're watching this on a replay, bless us, bless me here. Just comment in there hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to the platform, please like, follow, and subscribe so that you get real-time updates of videos that we post, of postings that we have, so that you know where we're at right now and you know what's going on in Life Coach Philippines. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're meeting me, I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. In my professional life, I am a call center executive for one of the Fortune 500 companies offering global services and consultancy work. I am currently supporting their call center operations as a workforce in workforce management. And workforce management is an art and science of putting the right people at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So this is making sure that the business is efficient and effective, and they're delivering what's expected of them and more. Yeah. My tenure in the call center industry has been more than 14 years, with most of my career in the leadership role. In my personal life, I am a family man, been married for 19 years, and we are blessed with two children. My eldest is 20 years old now, and she's a animator and an entrepreneur. She decided to move forward and start building her own business. That is something that we're super super excited, and that's how life coaching has allowed us to guide her towards that path in which they don't need to go through the same experience that they have, that they gonna be employees and they're gonna have a job. Rather, they're doing the work that they want to do. And my son is 16 years old, super excited for him. He's gonna be an entrepreneur as well, but he's gonna be an influencer in the automotive industry. So that is something that we're looking forward to. My wife, maybe you've known her, maybe you've seen her, where you're seeing her now in the comment section. She's Coach Tim De Hoya. And if you're someone who's looking for a relationship, if you're someone who needs support, if you're a woman, if you are a mom and you're looking to have those relationship get sort out, get ironed out, she's the person that you can talk with. Just message her, have a conversation with her. And I am blessed. We are blessed to be a family of creators and game changers. And that's what we're helping as a family and other families as well. If you have a family right now who are creators, who are game changers, but you don't know how to utilize this. Maybe you're a dad, you're a mom right now, and you're trying to figure out, why is my daughter and my son doing all of these things rather than them doing what's normal, getting a 8 to 5 job, having a high paying job, all of these different things, but is leading to dissatisfaction. you know let's have a conversation that has helped you with. Today, I'm going to talk to you about getting out of the rumination rut. Have you heard the word rumination? Yeah. If you've heard that, put that in the chat box. Rumination is a style of thinking. Yeah. Imagine for a moment of a hamster. Nakakita na ba kayo ng hamster? If you see a hamster already and it's locked in a cage, and di ba, when you see a hamster cage, there's a wheel in there that they would go through and start running, but the treadmill would go in circles. That is the same in rumination in your brain. It means that you are always in a pattern, constant, loop of patterns that you're of your thinking and the way of doing. Think about the last time that you obsess about a problem, you obsess about a loss, which, it can be someone you love or something in your life that you've lost, or about certain setbacks that you have in your work and your life, which causes you the ability to go past through all of these thoughts. These thoughts cripple you. These thoughts deem you unstuck and able to move to taking real action. So that is what rumination is. Rumination is constantly thinking about negative things that's not moving you forward towards taking action. At times this can be a challenge for every one of us, which leads to dissatisfaction because we can't seem to progress. We seem to not be progressing in all the things that we're doing in our life. So I hope that you're getting what rumination is. Rumination is twofold. Yeah, it's twofold, which causes a lot of troubles in our life. One, when we ruminate, we deepen the grooves in our brain. O yan, sa brain natin, something happens in our brain, it deepens the grooves, which increases our anxiety and worse, depression. So every time you ruminate, you think about negativities, you think about bad things, you think about, the good things that you've done, think about what you've not done. That is where you ruminate, and it affects the way that your brain is functioning. The other side of rumination is when you get stuck with the problem, it remains unsolved. When you get stuck and the problem you remains unsolved, that is where you are not able to progress because you feel worse. You feel worse than what you were thinking 1 hour ago. So consistently, when you're consistently thinking about that, that's gonna happen with you, and you're failing to move forward towards a actionable goal. Now, as we continue to ruminate, it triggers certain emotions that we have, certain emotions that triggers certain feelings that you have, certain thinking that we have, and men and women have a significant difference in handling these emotional experiences. Dr. Susan Nolan Hoxima, a professor of psychology at Yale University, had researched and explored how mood regulation strategies would correlate to a person's vulnerability for depression. Now, for people who are able to regulate their moods properly in ways that they're able to make sense of experiences, able to make sense of their thoughts, they're able to make sense of their thinking, they are better at managing depression. But for those people who consistently go into that, as I've said a while ago, that spiral, that the wheel, like the hamster, that can lead to depression. Now, she shared that there are differences between gender and how we handle emotional experience. Now, for women tend to experience rumination more because they value relationship more, and they spend a great deal of time and mental energy to process all of these thoughts or of their feelings, which hinders them from taking action. So think about your wife, for example, or your girlfriend or your mom that has experienced problem, and they are constantly thinking up the problems, and they get stuck in that problem rather than taking action and moving forward. Now, the flip side for men, and you might take that, oh, for men pala, we always take action. There's a flip side there as well. For men, we take the opposite route. What we do is we are automatically reacting to the situation, to the problem. So we launch ourselves into taking action without really stopping and thinking about the problem well enough to make a sound decision. So think about the time in which you had a problem, and think about how you were processing the problem before you took action. While men are quick to act on how we've been raised in a society in which we need to solve our problem, we need to solve our problem agad-agad. It forces us to solve our own problem, but unfortunately that also holds us back from expressing our emotion openly. It can lead to a quick solution, but it's not always directly or efficiently focused on the problem. It's just a temporary solution. It's a tactical solution. It's a firefighting mode that affects you, and unfortunately, it affects other people in the process. So, men out there, think about the decisions that you've made because of the pressures that, the work that's put in you, the relationship that you have. Think about all of these different things that's causing so much pressure in your mind. How are you responding to that? And when you respond, how was the result? Because all of these things, when men are not able to really make an assessment and stop, and we are going into our default mode of thinking and solving our problems, I tell you that is where the problem really starts. And bad decisions happen when we don't stop and assess our feelings and emotions, because emotions are a valuable tool for you to make the right decision. If you are like me, you might have regretted, a taking a route and hope that you had the proper knowledge, you have the proper skills for you to be able to manage the problem better. I've experienced, in my past, making decisions that I've regretted, that I hope that I didn't do. I hope that I've learned from my parents or someone else in school, diba? Maybe. But unfortunately, that's what happened to me. But the challenge that every man has is we don't know any better. We would make bad decisions. And these decisions can sometimes be detrimental to our mental health, because even though we say that we don't think about these problems, we don't think about these experiences, the reality is, in the back of our mind, we always have that, and there is no resolution. And that's a constant, reminder of the things that you do. And eventually, that will lead you to a decline in your mental health. The beauty of it, however, and there's a beauty of it, because as men, we can learn from women. We can learn from them. We can learn how they think about the problems, how they think about their feelings, how they start solving it, how they start communicating, how they raise their hands and reach out for help. This is something that we can learn from them, because different, men and women have different thinking styles. And for women out there, you can also learn from men, help us so that we can help us help you. For the men out there, this can start us moving away or stepping out of that man box. And I've been talking about man box for the longest time, because this is the one that's limiting us and hindering us from expressing our feelings and emotions to our spouse, to our friends, to our family, to the people that we love and care for us. Because the less that we express ourselves, the more that our minds get cluttered. And I tell you, that pressure that you have in there, maybe you don't experience that yet, you'll eventually come into a point in which you would ask if what you're doing really matters for the people that you love. So what I'm going to share to you is these three strategies that can help you improve the way you handle your thoughts in a difficult situation. And before I do that, I would just like to acknowledge the presence of Coach Candy, Coach C, Coach Marife. Thank you very much, Coach Marife, for tagging people. Three strategies that can help you improve the way you handle your thoughts in a difficult situation. Number one, instead of speeding up, stop. So that's the first strategy. Instead of speeding up, stop. Men have the tendency to quickly take action. Yeah, that is innate with us. We've been taught that way. But what you need to do is stop and make an assessment the way that you think and feel. Think about this as your cluster gauge in your car, the one that you have in front of your wheel, where you see the speedometer, the seat belts, and what have you, the oil, and so on. This is an opportunity for you to do a maintenance check. Stop, take a look at it, make an assessment, do an OBD check. If you're familiar with OBD, it's a computer, you plug that in the OBD connector, then you will get all of the diagnostics and testing if everything is working in your car. Same goes with you. We need to also do that, because we need some maintenance, and we need to do our due diligence to currently make an assessment of the way that we're responding and the way that we're thinking about the problem, so we are constructively responding in ways that are positive. So that's the first strategy. Number two is think before you act. And, at times we can just kind of shrug this away, because we feel that we know everything. And I tell you, that's the power of thinking before acting, because it tends for you to make an assessment of your emotions, because we need, as men, as human beings, we need to utilize our emotions to respond in certain ways, because men tends to respond swiftly by repressing their emotions, repressing sometimes their thoughts. Now they go into default mode, we go into default mode of problem solving, so that we can swiftly solve that and, move on. But the reality is that's not just a easy fix. Some men would, like me, I would shrug some of the thoughts that I have. I just focus on the problem that I have. But the reality is, it's putting too much in our thinking, because we know that the feeling that we have is not good. We feel bad. We feel that we want to express ourselves. We want to be able to, share our emotions in there, but we can't do that because we're being in this cage, so that we don't feel that we're man enough. So all of those pressing problems that we have with our kids, with our wife, with our boss, instead of us really expressing ourselves before we solve the problem, we tend to run away from all of these different things. And maybe you're someone who has also some challenges having a relationship with your father. You're not able to talk to your dad right now. You're having challenges on the way you're expressing yourself. You want to talk to him, you want to be able to share with him, but you have the reservations that what would my father say, or how would I feel with that? And this can lead to an overwhelming feeling. Number three strategy is the overly repressive. Yeah. If you are someone who constantly are thinking about the problem and you are stuck, it's best for you to talk to someone. Have a conversation with someone, not just your wife, not just your girlfriend. Talk to someone else. One of the things that allowed me to continue on being mentally fit, because I have mental challenges. At times I get, which I appreciate, by the way, because right now I'm now acknowledging that I have emotions. Yeah, I'm human being. I'm a human being that I have emotions. I'm able to start unloading all of these pressures and all of these stresses in my mind and in my life, because it leads me to a dissatisfied life. And you might feel that, having a big house, having cars, being able to travel, being all of these different things makes you happy. I tell you, make a pause. Pause for a moment. Not pause. Stop. Stop for a moment and think about where you're at right now. Are you really living the life that you want? Or are you living that life because it's what's expected of you, and you want to be able to please these people so that you feel significant? But the reality is, deep in your heart and deep in your mind, when you're all alone, you would start to question and begin to question yourself if the things that you're doing really matters. And you reset the next morning to think of that again. Remember that action comes from understanding the problem. Maybe you heard of the term, a problem well defined is a problem half solved. So this requires for us to stop and process both our thoughts and both our feelings in a constructive way that moves us towards talking about it, moves towards expressing it, moving towards sharing it with other people so that we can get that feedback. Because us men not expressing it holds that feedback up, which we need, because we need to hear that from other people as well on how they're seeing things, so that we can make assessment, not to judge us, not to make us feel that we're being judged, but to more on having different perspective. Because sometimes we only take a look at the bad, we forget about the good, and sometimes we always take a look at the good and we don't see the bad. And for men, this can be a struggle for us getting feedback, especially if you have been successful for all of your career and you haven't, had anyone help you out. because we need to be manly, this can, really affect us. Quite the opposite, however, feedback allows us to manage our struggles in ways that maximizes our focus and our energy towards the 20% of the activities that yields 80% of the problems that you will solve and the problems that you would have. Maybe you're familiar with the Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle. I tell you, if you're focusing of 80% of the things that you're doing right now, that's only going to yield you 20% of the result. But if you focus on 20% of the problems that you have and the activities that you have that yields 80% of the result, life will be better. And that 20% starts with you and you alone. I've been journeying in life coaching for the last 3.5 months. I'm gonna turn 4 years in May. So malapit na, fourth year anniversary. And life coaching has allowed me to finally start taking control of my life so that I can fulfill my potential and live every single day inspired and being able to see the meaning and the fulfillment in the life that I live. I've realized that I was so focused too much on being in a default mode of earning money that I lost sight of the most important person in the world, which is me. You are the most important thing in the world because you cannot give what you don't have. If you're giving everything to your family, then what are you leaving behind with you? A life coach gets clear, allows you to clear the path for you so that you can travel that less traveled, road. And I believe that we cannot solve the problems that we ourselves created. We need help. We need support. And maybe you've been looking for that support the longest time. Maybe you start sharing it with other people. But instead of the people acknowledging how you feel, being able to hear you, they tend to reject you and judge you. Or they would sell different things that, don't feel that, don't feel that bad. Things are doing well for you. You have all of these different things. But in reality, you know that there's something missing in there that you cannot express, you cannot say, and you have reservations because of what this world sees as a man. And if you're looking for the space, I encourage you to join us later at 7 p.m. Drop over at Decap Coffee Republic. We're located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, Capitolio, Pasig City. It's in front of Bayanihan Center. Have a conversation with us. Master Coach A will have coaching for the soul later. She's going to talk about, if I remember correctly, purpose. Let's have a conversation. I'm going to be there later. Let's talk. Let's take a look at that, make an assessment, and let's share our stories. Let's start having conversation because we need to be able to start doing this to help the future generation, to help our kids, not experience the same experience that we have, because we can make that change. I think that the legacy that we need to leave behind is not the house, the car, the money, all of this investment that you have, but rather leave a memory, knowledge, skills, wisdom with them that they can carry on and pass to the future generations. Because your house, your money, your investment, if this world starts to be in a state of chaos, those things that you have, you will lose that. So, what is it that your children have right now that they can monetize, they can use, so that they can continuously be in a mentally positive state? And if you have been wondering what is that, let's have a conversation. Message us here at Life Coach Philippines, or you can connect with me at 0917-569-4200. Let us help you find that sweet spot and really identify what is it that defines a meaningful and fulfilling life to you. Thank you, Coach Rizal, for joining. And as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are yet to be a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you're still missing at the perks that we are enjoying, Today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the B-Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the B-Learning Home for Mental Fitness. Enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount at Decaf Coffee Republic. You also can take advantage of the Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach A happening every fourth Saturday of the month, plus a benefit of a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And save the date. Mental models are construct of the way we think about things. When we have the right mental model, you're able to finally stop and make an assessment in an efficient and effective way so that you can respond in ways that are productive. And the topic today is going to be a wonderful topic where Master Coach will talk about the developmental mental model. And development is highly counterintuitive until you learn what it is and it really becomes intuitive with you. Developmental mental models unlock transformation and reinvention in individuals. It's about understanding these models so that it will help you achieve the things in a highly leveraged way so that you learn. You learn how to level up in ways that you are productive in your life. Say the date, March 26th at 7:30 p.m. That's our next mental model masterclass as Master Coach A will teach us about the developmental growth mental model. So reach out to Coach Rizal in the comment section below Rizal Sanchez, or contact her 0917-586-1661. Now, for individuals who intend to embark on the journey of becoming a certified life coach like me, if you want to learn more about what I do and how life coaching has changed my life, join us. The certification program for the co-actively co-create life coach certification program by Master Coach A. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units, and CPD is all about learning new things, which, refreshing your knowledge by doing new things. And this is what makes the CECC life coach certification program the perfect track for your continuing professional development. And life coaching is the 21st century learning experience that is empowering our skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in the increasingly complex workplace. The CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaches. And you also get the benefit of freebies. There are freebies in there, and there are coaching program in there that's free. You can utilize that, and you can implement that already, and you can start monetizing. Connect with Coach Rizal, 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. Do join us again for another coaching conversation tomorrow with Coaching for a Cage Life with Coach Glacy at 10 a.m. Coaching Think Talk for Single Living with Coach Mao at 2 p.m. and Coaching for Mental Fitness with Coach Candy at 4 p.m. Join me again next Thursday at 4 p.m., same space, and the new episode of Coaching for Inspired Fidelity. Maraming salamat. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun from Life Coach Philippines. For Coaching Think Talk, coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us from the Philippines. Lab Bam Boom. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.